afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Wednesday, June 1st, 2016, around 4:30 in the afternoon, Billerica, Massachusetts. Sunny out today. It's an average day weather-wise, around 73, 74 degrees, so it's okay. And next chance of rain on Friday. Could be a washout. No 90-degree weather for a while. Some news to report. The Big 12 is not forming their own television network because there is no interest on it. And plus, with the Longhorn Network for the University of Texas, Marlon Byrd of the Cleveland Indians got suspended 162 games for violating PEDUs for the second time. Antenna TV is going to show a Sanford and Son marathon on Father's Day. It's a done deal for NHL expansion. There's been reports that Las Vegas is going to get a NHL expansion franchise on June 22nd at the Board of Governors meeting in Las Vegas, Nevada, and also the NHL award ceremonies at Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's no surprise there. And the Boston Celtics have signed Brad Stevens, coach and president and general manager of basketball operations, Danny Ainge, to new long-term extensions. And another shooting has taken place this afternoon, this time on the UCLA campus. 2 confirmed dead, many hurt. These shootings are just awful, awful, awful. Something needs to be done about this because it's becoming an occurrence almost, every few weeks or so. It's sad. So prayers to the families. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is my personality profile. Today's personality profile is Baseball Hall of Famer, second baseman, first baseman, Rod Carew. Rod Carew was one of the most famous hitters in the 70s and 80s, playing for the Twins and Angels. He was one of the greatest hitters of his generation, winning many batting titles. Rod was born in Panama, and he grew up in New York City. He did not play high school baseball because the school he went to in New York City didn't have a baseball team, so he had to play semi-pro ball. He was such a good semi-pro ball player that many teams scouted him, including the Minnesota Twins. They signed him to a contract in 1964 that was before the Major League Amateur Draft. Rod played 2.5 seasons in the minor leagues, and then he got called up by the Minnesota Twins in 1967. He played 19 seasons in the big leagues, the first 12 with the Minnesota Twins, and the last 7 with the California Angels, now the LA Angels of Anaheim. And he had 17 seasons of 100 or more hits, 13 seasons of 20 or more doubles, 5 seasons of 10 or more triples. He only had 2 seasons of 10 or more home runs. Rod Carew was not a long ball hitter. He had 10 seasons of 50 or more RBIs. He wasn't like a run producer. 7 seasons, he had 20 or more base. He had, he had 15 seasons of hitting at least 300 or more. 18 times he played in the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, and he won the American League Batting Championship 7 times, including in 1977, when Rod flirted most of the year with 400 before tapering off in September, and he was only a couple of hits away from hitting 400. He would have been the first baseball player to do that since Ted Williams, but nobody has hit in 400 since 1941 in a season, with the minimum amount of at-bats, which is 500 or 2, or like 3 if they appear 3.1 plate appearances per game. And 3 times Rod led the AL in hits. 2 times he led the AL in triples. 1 time he led the AL in runs scored. And he was the 1977 most valuable player. And he finished in the top 10 in MVP voting 5 times. He was originally a second baseman, but he moved to first base for his second half of his career. He played on some decent Twin teams, but other times they were awful. He almost was traded to the New York Yankees in 1979, but he got traded to the Angels. He hit his 3,000 hit in 1985. He retired after the 1985 season with a .328 average, 92 home runs, 1,015 RBIs, 3,053 hits, 445 doubles, 112 triples, and 353 stolen bases. Rod's number 29 was retired by both the Twins and the Angels. He was a long-time hitting coach for the Angels for about 7-8 years. Then he went to be the hitting coach of the Milwaukee Brewers for a time. Rod used chewing tobacco for 28 years, but he quit in 1992. And he had to spend so much money to get his teeth restored, well over $100,000, but he could afford it because he played Major League Baseball and he made decent money. Rod was a first ballot Hall of Famer in 1991. Rod is rumored to convert to Judaism because his first wife was Jewish and his kids are Jewish, and there's been rumors he had converted to Judaism, being Jewish. He's never acknowledged or denied that. And Rod also had some tragedy. In 1996, his 18-year-old daughter, Michelle, passed away of cancer. And Rod took a leave of absence from the Brewers. And Rod's is like a goodwill ambassador for the Twins and the Angels. In September of 2015, while playing golf, Rod suffered a major heart attack and needs a new heart transplant. And Rod Carew was probably one of the greatest hitters in the 70s and 80s, and he should have played in the World Series, but he didn't because his teams only made the playoffs 4 times. He was very close in 1982 when the Angels were up 2-0 for the Milwaukee Brewers, but they lost the next 3 games. And that's about it on Rod Carew. Tomorrow's personality profile will be about another Twins legend, Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, Bert Blyleven. The second and final video blog of the night's coming up, and it will be about my second video blogs for Wednesdays and Fridays in June is a choice. It's listener viewers' choice. And the first one's going to be about my memories of Hurricane Bob that hit New England in 1991. The last hurricane to directly hit New England with a landfall. Can't believe it's been 25 years already. And today starts National Hurricane Season. And don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+. Send me in those video blog suggestions. They will be being talked about. And tomorrow there'll be 4 video blogs because I'm going to do an NBA Finals preview. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bennett guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hat's so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swansea rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hopkins, Fox 25 is the best. Amy Amy Freeze of ABC7 is such a sweetie. And in the words of Sean Luchek, get out! See you later.